And we are back with a new session and a new topic. The digitalization is changing the game for manufacturers, creating big opportunities in terms of improvements for productivity, for cost savings, and for revenues. However, in many cases, this requires a new way of thinking. To talk more about this, or in more detail about this, I have a studio guest. It's Mr. Claudio Maestri. He's project manager at the IMA Live division. Good morning, Claudio, and thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Pietro. It's my pleasure to be with you and with our audience. You are right. The IMA digital services are really helping out in doing business with customer, especially in manufacturing sector. Just to give you an example, for instance, we a couple of months ago we developed a new tool, a new device, is the remote FAT, which allows us to remotely carry out all the activities relating to the traditional FAT, factory acceptance test. Let me explain what is a traditional FAT. The factory acceptance test is a needed step during the project life, where normally the customer travel to reach out our manufacturing site and to carry out all the activities like validation, test, and so on, to accept the line, the machines before shipping.
Well, during this COVID period, people have many difficulties to reach to the plants or to travel in general. Are they able now to reach the IMA plants?
Yeah, you are right. That is the point. You hit the spot. So the general situation due to the COVID made very difficult for our customer traveling to reach out our manufacturing site, but thanks to the IMA digital platforms, we are able to give life to the remote FAT. It means that the customer can interact and can actively participate with our technician on field.
Sounds like
and in this way, we are able to circumvent the issue like the social distancing and travel restriction due to the COVID situation.
It sounds like a smart solution, but how do these remote factory acceptance tests actually work?
Yeah, basically we start with a briefing with the potential interested customer. We describe to them and we share our possibilities and our technologies. We show to them the main feature of this service, this tool. It means the number of camera, for example, the multiple access user account. We create a digital section, and at the end of this presentation, we ask to the customer to validate and to accept this process. And at the end of the briefing, we decide with them the duration and the number of days to perform the FAT.
Okay, so that was the briefing phase, the preparation phase, but what happens actually during a remote FAT?
Yeah, basically the start is exactly like a traditional one, a traditional FAT. We have a key people, is the project manager, who is taking care of all the activities and to coordinate all the IMA technician on field, on the machines. And on the other side, the customer can interact with them, and not just with the project manager, but beside him we have a multimedia team. And by means of the most modern technology, like frame, like camera and the view, can give life to the remote FAT.
So the operations that you just mentioned require a wide range, very wide range of technologies, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. So we have a right know-how, and we can count on very reliable partners. And And by means of this cooperation, we use some instrument like the HD streaming communication. We have a very great audio system. We just implement the live chat for written message in real time. And we have also the option of the slow motion mode. And one of the most important feature of this system is the recording. In fact, as soon as the FAT is over, we are able to send to the customer the record of the FAT. So in this case, if somebody of them was not able to join us during the FAT, they can see later on.
Okay. Well, this topic seems to arise interest among our viewers as we have received a series of questions. Let me read the first one. How many customers are able to connect at the same RT?
Yeah, normally we habilitate 3 or 4 customers that they can interact directly and talk directly to the project manager on field. But in case of some requirement, if they want to add a number of viewers, we can add it. But they are not able to talk directly to the project manager, but they can use, for example, the live chat to message with him.
Okay. Next question. How do you manage the different time zones?
Yeah, basically it's not absolutely a problem. According to our recent experience, we performed FAT a couple of weeks ago with a Chinese customer. Basically, we decided to perform the FAT from 2 to 7 p.m. Local Chinese time, and we didn't have any issue about that. So it's enough, let me say, a minimum elasticity on both sides, and we can find a solution.
Okay, we have one last question. How many cameras can be seen simultaneously?
Yeah, normally we suggest and we install 3 cameras along the line. The first one for the global view. The second one is to follow the project manager during his explanation, and the third one is on the HMI. So this number is absolutely enough, also for a huge line, as we performed a couple of weeks ago. But if they want to add some additional camera, we are absolutely available.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Claudio Maestri, for this overview. Remote FATs really seem to be a valid tool to accelerate the delivery of fully functional plants. And with that, we are at the end of this session. The next one will start after a short break. Don't miss it.